Plants and bugs for you and your children, peasants. And the sooner you get accustomed to it, or else, the better.
And as your president, I will not let you down. God bless you.
Governor DeSantis, thank you.
That's fine. Here's the truth.
You're just
the easy
scum.
answer.
Climate change is here now. Floods, droughts, once-in-a-century storms. And the frustrating part for me as a climatologist is that this could all have been avoided. Scientific consensus is clear. There is a way to reverse course. And that is for Swedish climate activist Greta Thunberg to try a little harder. People get caught up in altering their personal habits by driving less or eating less meat. But the reality is this is all in Greta's hands. She could give our children an inhabitable Earth instead of a scorched hellscape if she just cared 30 to 40% more about the fate of our planet. But she doesn't. I guess because she's lazy. Sure, she rode that yacht across the Atlantic to raise awareness about the environment, but that only took like 2 weeks. I mean, come on, Greta. Our research shows you could be sailing that yacht 24/7, 365 days a year. What the fuck? Do you hate the Earth? Indeed, if you look at a chart of CO2 emissions in the years since Greta's birth in 2003, the problem of fossil fuels has only risen. Frankly, it's possible she wants us all to die. Still, we should all hope that one day Greta starts actually making an effort. Like a real effort, not whatever the hell she's doing now. Or else the blood of millions lost to a climate apocalypse could be entirely on her hands.
Hello, I'm John Waters, and I'm supposed to announce there is no smoking in this theater, which I think is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard of in my life. How can anyone sit through a length of a film, and especially a European film, and not have a cigarette? But don't you wish you had one right now? And I'm telling you that smoke anyway. It gives ushers jobs, and if people didn't smoke, there would be no employment for the youth of today. So once again, no smoking in this theater.
I read that if our cats were bigger, they'd try to eat us. Creepy, right? That's why this Halloween I'm treating him of these. Good kitty.
Treat your cat to temptations tasty human before they treat themselves to you.
And now this one I painted for you. I thought you'd like it.
Is your cat getting too cool?
Show them New Temptations tender films.
Мне руку прокусил. Кинулся.
Every jigsaw puzzle you have ever owned has a piece missing. It is the same the world over. Just one piece, gone. Imagine if all these missing bits were put together to make one gigantic picture. What kind of world would that picture show us? To see this place, you don't need eyesight. You need vision.
I've got my mother-in-law with me tonight. She's outside in the car. I would have brought her to see the show, but I've lost the keys to the boot.
Prime Minister suggested to senior civil servants and advisors that he wanted to be injected with COVID-19 on television to demonstrate to the public that it did not pose a threat.
Is your cat getting too cool? Give him New Temptations dry cat food.
Listen, if you could just speed up your answers, I'd really like to get to my announcement as quickly as possible and then motion to vacate, if you know what I mean. Want to get the out of here.
And we're live.
I'm here with GOP Flavor of the Week, newly elected Speaker of the House. I want to say Trisha? I feel like it starts with a T. Anyway, your Democratic colleagues have referred to you as a bigoted, anti-abortion, MAGA extremist.
Look, they don't know me. A lot of these people don't know me, and I think that this is a system that was built upon disagreement.
Is it Marcus?
We're going to come to the table with very different philosophical ideas and core principles, and we have to arm wrestle over that and reach consensus.
Oh, I'd like to, but I can't. I just did my nails. You have been very vocal about your disdain for homosexuality through the years, Melvin, and some of your past comments are making the rounds, particularly the ones in favor of criminalizing gay sex.
I don't even remember some of them.
Oh, honey, I totally get it. I almost never remember gay sex either.
I am a Bible-believing Christian.
Yeah, me too.
Someone asked me today in the media, they said, it's curious, people are curious, what does Mike Johnson think about any issue under the sun? I said, well...
Who's Mike Johnson?
I have no agenda other than what's best for the American people.
Speaking of, let's talk about the most important news of the day. my comedy tour.
We're watching it very closely.
The Randy Rainbow for President tour has been such a hit. I mean, no one has ever seen crowd sizes like this before, that we have just added 26 new dates through spring of 2024.
That's a pretty good recitation of the facts, and as John Adams said, facts are stubborn things. They're hard to ignore.
I don't know her, but listen, I think that I could actually win this election.
Count me as a skeptic, okay?
Well, someone's going to need to protect democracy as long as you're around, and from what we've seen, that could be up to several weeks.
Give me a chance. Let me have a chance to lead here, and you'll see what I'm really about.
Whatever, girl. Is it Malcolm? Melissa.
There is only one way to vote this year, for the candidate that will make you laugh.
Okay, I'm in this strictly for the likes and the clicks.
That will make you sing. The Emmy and Grammy-nominated comedian, Randy Rainbow, for president.
Okay, cut this.
Yes, just like Randy Rainbow. Randy Rainbow in an all-new musical comedy live performance.
Boris Johnson asked scientists if people could kill COVID by blowing a hairdryer up their nose after he watched a YouTube video suggesting this. The then PM shared the clip on a WhatsApp group, including government health experts and senior Number 10 officials. In a written statement to the COVID inquiry, Dominic Cummings accused Mr. Johnson of spreading misinformation during the pandemic. A low point was when he circulated a video of a guy blowing a special hairdryer up his nose to kill COVID and asked the chief scientific advisor what they thought, the former Number 10 advisor wrote. Mr. Cummings gave more details on his claim that Mr. Johnson had to be stopped from going to see Queen Elizabeth in person on March 18th, 5 days before the first lockdown was announced. He said Number 10 officials were prepared to prevent him getting into his car. He rejected our advice, Mr. Cummings wrote. I was desperate and said something like, if you've got COVID and you kill the Queen, you're finished. Mr. Johnson also demanded that Mr. Cummings create a dead cat to distract the public from COVID in autumn 2020. My relations with the PM were in a bad state and getting worse, the former advisor wrote in his statement. At one point in autumn, he told me to put your campaign head back on and figure out how we dead cat COVID. I'm sick of COVID. I want it off the front pages. Mr. Cummings also told how Mr. Johnson went on a fortnight-long holiday in February 2020 as the pandemic was about to hit, as he wanted to work on a book he was writing about William Shakespeare. He was extremely distracted, Cummings said. He had a divorce to finalise and was grappling with financial problems from that, plus his girlfriend's spending plans for the Number 10 flat. He said he wanted to work on his Shakespeare book. Boris Johnson signed a book deal in 2015 to write Shakespeare, The Riddle of Genius, but it's never been published. Mr. Cummings included a quote from War and Peace on the cover of his 115-page witness statement. Nothing was ready for the war, which everybody expected, it read.
All right, everyone, enjoy the holiday party.
Hey, Zoe. Aren't you coming? Let me show you how it's done. Hi, guys. You didn't go to the party? No, I want to do the right thing. Okay, let's have some fun. Oh, not again.
This has been a 2023 Marmalade Cat production.